Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is MLG Pro Scrims. Chris Puckett joined by Brice from the UK, one of the best play-by-play casters as well as one of the best analytical casters in the game. He can do it all, and tonight we are watching Infinity versus Impulse. Impulse on top of our scoreboard, 2-1. Infinity, though, they're going to try and answer right back. A big game out of Liar is going to give some confidence going into this hard point.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Yeah, certainly is. Now we're going to have a look. I actually want to jump on board with Liar and see how he's going to pick up. First kill he picks up. It looks like trying to be a second. Currently in blue. Now, it is very important, though. Obviously, they cannot let the other enemy team gain too much of a score on this one. So he's going to have to try and lock in and actually secure forward. But he also wants to hold that spawn. Very important to get that anchor on this next one.
Liar doing what he can, but he goes down. We got to go to Assault. He's on a 4-kill spree inside this hard point. He's working towards that Hellstorm, Lightning Strike, and Sentry are his other score streak options. And Assault, let's see what he can do from the middle. He's about to see a whole lot of action here, but a very slow push here from this Infinity squad. And Assault, he got a little greedy. He started to push up. Eventually, you're going to want to see this Impulse lineup go to the back, get these new spawns for their teammates, and it looks like already they have history anchoring for this lineup. I'm liking the play. They're up 36 to just 10 seconds at the end of this hill, and they're going to be in a great position to rack up a whole lot of time. History, though, is the player to shut down this push.
Oh, unfortunately, he doesn't manage to do it, but he does actually take out enough to actually stop it there. What a strong start from Impulse. He's actually managed to just stop them dead, and it does look like Impulse now in such a great position. They've got the advantage. They managed to get the right spawn for this one as well. They've got Impulse holding the anchor. It's going to be so difficult for actually Infinity to push in.
I'm on board with Kahuna inside the hard point. He's doing a great job with the B-23R. They said this is our first match ever using the B-23s. We're a Cap 40 team, and you saw them putting that to use during the qualifier. Well, so far, Kahuna doing a good job with it. We're going over to his teammate FaZe, and FaZe in a very interesting position there, able to just peek the back alley as well as pick up hill time for his team. And look at this scoreboard. 75 seconds already in the first two hard points. You cannot have a better start here on Slums.
No, you really can't. I mean, that is such a strong start. And you know what? It is hard point. You can come back from this, but trying to come back from this, I mean, they've just got to play defensively, contest as much as they can, and just try and get someone every one, and you're still going to have to wait for 4 realistic hard points to get that score back.
Kahuna challenging 4 players in the hard point is going to be able to get 1. Lynx will take him down. I'm still on board with FaZe as he's trying to work towards his score streak, so he has to play this pretty careful, doesn't want to give up any dumb deaths. His teammates calling out the locations of the enemies. He's able to get 1. Now 1 kill away from getting that Lightning Strike.
This Lightning Strike and Hellstorm are going to be critical. If he can get it, he can break this wide open, and that's what he's waiting for. Usually you'd see him probably try and push through and get this anchor, but he's desperate. He's so desperate to get this kill because he knows what a difference it would make at the moment.
2 of his teammates dying to the shotgun there from Twiz. Twiz also using it looks like an MSMC. Either way, it's going to be the 200-point bonus as some incredible cover fire from FaZe will pick off his attacker, and that is going to be, or excuse me, from Assault, that is going to be FaZe's Hellstorm, Lightning Strike, and Sentry Gun. They're also going to be fighting for map control here as the next hard point will be in the garage. The key player to watch here is going to be Twiz. Twiz was anchoring and he was doing it long range with a Remington. Now let's see what he can do for Infinity as their team down just 37 seconds after some big time on Junk.
They manage to pick up one with the shotgun, but gets taken down in turn. Score streaks also coming in and try and crack this wide open at the moment. It does look like Impulse are actually struggling a little bit to just hold on to that lead. As so much time was taking off there, and it is only 45 seconds left in this now. Twiz looks like he's going to try and push him with his teammates, using that shotgun at deadly close range.
And I have to be a bit critical of Impulse. We had Kahuna die in the back laundry. He called out the player that killed him. No one looked at the back. Somehow they're able to maintain spawn control, but this should definitely be the hard point in favor of Infinity Squad because Impulse were just so vulnerable. All 3 players are looking to the middle of the map, and in Infinity, they just couldn't break the setup. Anyway, we're still on board with Twiz. He's still rocking the Remington, and I got to ask you, I know shotguns are banned in the Certo rules, but what do you think of the way Twiz is putting it to use here on Slums?
You know, he's doing the exact right thing. He's waiting. You can see that he just waits, peeks out, and if somebody's close, takes them down. He's not even considering challenging anyone along the way. This isn't for winning gunfights. This is just for locking off areas. That's exactly what he's doing. Like I said, playing defensively here again. He doesn't need a challenge. Quick peek, see if he can see anyone, and back off. And he's going to keep doing that, holding down blue for his team, making sure he has the spawns his team wants for the next one, and he's just going to keep locking this down.
All right, so he's going to be in charge of locking down blue. Meanwhile, his teammates are focused on the hard point. We're going to Lynx. He's challenging 2 players, getting hit by all kinds of grenades. He's taken down. We're going back to Twiz, and Twiz actually pulling out the M8 now. I like this decision. Challenging a bit from blue, but he's deciding that staying alive is the most important thing possible, and he's going to pick up his 5th kill with the Remington. However, while he's been playing around and staying alive, granted, he's getting some big kills, and he's preventing anyone from pushing blue. His 3 other teammates need to step up their game because look at that scoreboard. Impulse now doubling up 145 to 80, and we're going back to Kahuna. He is going to be pushing and challenging this next hard point. However, it's going to be Infinity in there first with Lynx in the hill.
You know what? He did such great work there in blue. It's unfortunate that his teammate actually couldn't hold down that spawn and anchor for him, and it now means they've got all the hard work to do. As there we go, Kahuna, he's just going to decimate as they come through. Does he get the 3rd? No, unfortunately he does not. And they have a sentry gun there actually watching the anchor as well. There's going to be so many points here for this Infinity lineup as they do just have the advantage.
Going to Goonjar now. Goon will be the first one challenging. He's going to find another player behind the wall. Can't get the hill. Is going to be taken out to the left. Lynx, he's running away to the next hard point as it looks like once again they're going to find themselves down a good 70 points at the start. But remember, this was the hard point that they pulled away. And Twiz, he was the one picking up all the kills, just laying in the same position with his Remington. The mini-map shows you there's about to be an anchor battle. Liar's going to easily win that one. So everything looking good for Infinity in this point other than the 80-second deficit.
Yeah, now it does look like they have a good setup, and there are no score streaks actually on the field at the moment, so nobody's going to be able to break it if they wanted to. They're going to have to do this the hard way. They're going to have to run in there, shoot people off head glitches, and try to get in. I'm actually currently on boards and assaults. It does look like they're desperately trying to get this anchor point. 2 have actually diverted that way, as they know going through any of the other choke points is not only going to result in a death, but not actually achieve anything.
Good point, man. I didn't even think about that. Not just a death, but it won't achieve anything because the spawns, they'll still be maintained. And finally, FaZe is going to win that battle. Now he's trying to get an angle. Great long-range precision there from FaZe. Wasn't able to connect on the shots, but he had it at head height. Spots that player, calls it out to his SMGs, and let's see if history can make his push. Remember, he was struggling last game. Only picked up 6 kills in the entire CTF game. Needs to do some more work in hardpoint. And here comes the Hellstorm. He's going to survive it. No, he will not. It's detonated close enough to pick up the kill. FaZe, he's going to be anchoring still, though. He's on a 4-kill streak, and it looks like he's about to find several players pushing up. Can he get these kills? This will give him full streaks.
And I mean, they are, looks like they're trying to push this spawn here. I mean, he did call it in a little bit early, that Hellstorm, and he put it, for some reason, he put it on Twiz, and I don't really understand why he did that. If he'd put it towards the anchor positions and maybe just push around, use his teammates to actually swarm in that position, they might have changed the anchor. What they've actually done is just let FaZe sit there, gain his store streaks, and just hold it down. There we go, finally bringing in the lightning strike, and he's actually done what I thought he was going to do and clean it out there as they do actually switch spawns.
Now, what do you think about the sentry gun location here for Impulse? It's back in the anchor position for the final hill. 220 to 153, though. I feel like it would be a bit more important in the middle of the map. Is that place just there to block spawns?
It is just there to block spawns. It wouldn't surprise me to see if he moves it actually try and get in there. And it hasn't actually blocked the spawners. Somebody's actually spawned behind it, and they are actually going to take down the sentry gun anyway. So that sentry gun has gone down, and this is not looking good for Infinity right now. They're not having the opportunity to really get this time on. They need so much time left to get, and 50 points is so much towards the end of this game.
Hellstorm coming in, though. This is going to be big. And it's going to be a Liar picking up the 2. He is taken out by... actually, Impulse's Hellstorm. So they answer right back. This one, 50-second game. 70 seconds left on the clock. Goonjar on a 3-kill spree, doing what he can from inside the hardpoint. I'm jumping on board with Twiz. Twiz about to see all kinds of action. One player pushing. It will take him down. It's Assault, and Assault will pick up a 2nd kill with his B-23. He's going for a 3rd, and Goonjar's going to clean him up, but Kahuna still picking up this incredible time. 60 seconds left on the clock. I think Impulse is going to lock it up on this middle hardpoint.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they could have, you know what, they could have taken the risk and rotated early. They didn't. They fought tooth and nail, making sure they kept it in there, and they've actually just kept it for long enough. It realistically doesn't make a difference anymore. And you know what, they don't even need to go to this last hard point because it is actually Impulse's game. And they did the right thing. I mean, they just managed to keep flooding the hard point, and they've been in the lead the entire way around. If you actually notice, the lead they got in the beginning is actually less than what they are on. It's actually more than what they've won by. So, if you know what, it's that big one at the start that have really sucked Infinity into just a losing game here, because if they hadn't given away, you know, such a bad start to this hard point, possibly could have won it.
Impulse is the real deal. They prove it once again. 3-1 now in our series over Infinity. Here is the man, Kahuna, one more time in your final kill cam, picking up the two-piece, and here are his stats. Kahuna topping the leaderboard with 27, 30, 10, and 12 defenses, 30 and 3 and 17 though for FaZe. The anchor playing perfectly. I'm impressed, man. Good stuff from Impulse so far. Brice, after 4 games, do you have a revised prediction in your best of 9 series?
You know what? Impulse just looks so strong at the moment. I mean, they looked strong yesterday when I saw them play that game. They had to come top of that bracket. Today, they are really taking it to. I mean, the only time we really saw them go up is Laya. It keeps going on fire. He hasn't had a great hardpoint game. It doesn't seem to be his game at all. So I think we're going to see Impulse do this again and again. They just seem to be on a roll right now. Little blip when they lost that capture the flag. But yeah, for me, it's Impulse all the way.
All right, well, guys, before we go to commercial break, I want to remind you one more time. Looking at my clock here, we got 8:38 Eastern time. That means you guys have 3 hours left, basically, to register for our spring qualifier number 2. Earn your spot in the MLG Anaheim Spring Championship winners bracket by winning qualifier number 2, as well as taking home some cash prizes. It's just 20 credits per player to sign up, so go to mlg.to/springqualifier2 to sign up for that tournament. It's going to be incredible, and you could be just like Impulse. Secure your spot in the championship bracket. We'll be back and see if Impulse can take out Infinity in game number 5. S&D Standoff is coming up next.